Okay, we're going to continue where we left off yesterday. Unfortunately, I forgot that because I live in Korea and because Twitch has pulled out of Korea in terms of services for streamer end, that my VOD from yesterday that was 2 hours long, or roughly 2 hours long, didn't get saved. And I did not think to record it. So we did lose technically 2 hours worth of work that we did, but technically no problem. I think it's because, like, no problem, especially because we're still very much at the beginning of the game, right? So what we're going to be doing is just continuing on. I am recording today, so I think in terms of VODs, if anyone is interested in checking out VODs, you're probably going to be seeing them posted onto YouTube instead. And that's just going to be how we'll do it, I think. Yeah, because unfortunately streaming services are lacking because I am streaming from Korea. We left off MSQ wise where we were in Summerford Farm, but I wanted to come back to the city to get rested XP. So yeah, I think what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna turn in my job quest and then head back out and continue MSQ and probably grab my next job quest as well, because I think, yeah, I should be able to grab it sometime now. Welcome back, Lark. It appears your coordination with Carbuncle is progressing at a satisfactory pace. Shall we test your growing acumen with a more practical examination? Our work at Malvin's Gate requires us to inspect and record the contents of incoming cargo. To simulate such tasks, I have had several crates transported to the cliff south of Zephyr Gate. I want you to examine those crates, then return the inspected cargo here to me. You would be surprised at the depths to which some merchants will sink to deter customs agents from performing thorough investigations. False bottoms, rotting foodstuffs, flesh-eating vilekin. I suggest you prepare for any eventuality. On some quests, you will encounter objects with which you can interact simply by approaching them and right clicking. Okay, we already noticed that. Okay, so here, and we need to go to middle one to see it. So we'll go back to main etherite and then walk from there. is my... Hello, my keybind. Keybinds are not working. Hang on, I gotta... I need to fix my keybinds. None of them are working on my mouse right now. So we are going to be clicking through them. Oops. Okay. Sorry for bothering you. Give me just a second, guys. I need to fix my keybinds. My MMO mouse is not registered. Also, hi Kyo. Welcome in. Are you... Let's see, what time is it over there? Are you still at work today as well? Does. Oops. Okay. Keybinds are now reset. Sorry, what did I... Oh, I was just asking if you were still at work or if you are home today. It's 7. Good morning. Is it morning? For you, at least? It's nighttime for me. Wait, what time zone are you in, Kyo? I forgot. Server time. Oh, it's like, what, afternoonish? Isn't it afternoon? 12:36, right? Your West Coast. 5:30? Oh. Wait. Is data center not on the West Coast like every other server? Anyways, good morning. Wait, why are you up so early? Are you getting ready for work then? Ah, you work graveyard. Okay. Then are you just getting off work? Almost off at 8:30. Oh, okay, so you have about 3 hours left. How has work been going today? I'm not a threat. Pray ignore my presence for the present and allow me a moment to cogitate. The reaction to my sudden appearance was within expected parameters, but I must admit I did not expect so proficient a performance against the enemy set against you. Yet, effective though your tactics were, I spied much room for improvement. As I watched you battle, the wheels of my mind whirled into motion as they are wont to do, inventing other possible strategies you might have employed. Let's see. Taking into account your current level of ability, factoring in the etheric constant, multiplying by the number of opponents, then applying your tactics to other potential combat scenarios. Oh dear. My calculations indicate failure upon encountering threat level 9,785. Still on your tank training arc? No. Okay. So I restarted with a new character. So I'm on an alt character, and this time we chose the right class from the start, so I don't have to play tank when I want to be scholar. So we selected the correct job class at the very beginning in character creation this time. Well, we'll have to see what we can do. Though the opportune window to do so has passed, I would nevertheless introduce myself. I'm Kalia, a Melvin's Gate assessor. Acting Guildmaster Thurbersheim elected me to oversee your training and provide any necessary guidance and instruction in the field of arcane. From what I have observed thus far, you have an admirable grasp for the fundamentals. I do, however, wish to confirm one small detail regarding your choice of arcane geometries. What factor most influences your actions during battle? Desire to outwit enemy, potential for amusement. I simply do what feels right. I simply do what feels right. I can be your tank. Do you still play, Kyo? Just as I predicted, and now I have the final element needed to perform another calculation. The probability of you becoming an arcanist of note is 90%, give or take half a percent. Yes, the certainty is quite high. After all, I only know one other practitioner who responded to my question in the same manner. It was the man who bestowed upon me this grimoire, the guildmaster himself. While our inscrutable leader is, as I'm sure you've heard, on an indefinite leave of absence, he did leave us with his most notorious saying to date. Strategy is a tool used to manipulate one's situation into the desired reality. No matter how gifted you and I might be, however, the instantaneous manipulation of reality that might cause us to suddenly become mighty arcanists is beyond our present abilities. Discipline and experience is the finest strategy in this case. I suggest you continue to focus on refining your aptitude with Carbuncle. Mastery with an arcane entity will greatly improve your success as a wielder of arcanemia. Here ends your lesson for today. Pray return directly to the guild. I believe Mistress Thurbersheim is awaiting some inspected cargo. And what of myself? I am off to the fields, of course. The tactics I reasoned out earlier must be attempted in real-life scenarios. Theory is all well and good, but there is no substitute for actual combat. We will meet again soon. I play-ish. Not as much as I used to. Yeah. Sir Ali offered his Uber services. So, I'm playing on a different data center in a different world altogether, and with how congested the servers are, it's actually probably not in anyone's best interest to try to transport themselves out of their world right now, especially if he's focusing on higher level content. But I am also okay with just running around because I'm trying to get used to the game again. I don't mind Uber services, but not necessary. Especially since I think I'll be playing around I would say, like, technically today I started a little bit later than I would normally if I was going to stream at a normal schedule for me. I would have started about like about 3 hours ago, and that's still middle of the night for you guys. So time-wise doesn't really match out so well with all of you on the West Coast. Because I still live in Korea. And yeah, right now it's 9:44 p.m. here. I have already forgotten what I learned yesterday in terms of what my skills do. Oh, this game's gonna take a while to get used to again. Someone's actually using... Oh, it's another scholar. They're actually using... Wait. No. Summoner. They're actually using the striking dummies. Wow, I've never seen people use striking dummies. No worries, we should link up even if we're doing our own things. Yeah, definitely. We have a lot to catch up on. Maybe a little bit later when I've maybe gotten a little bit further into the story. If you want to play together at any point, I'd be happy to join up again and play together, run some lower level stuff or something. Okay, I did get some new skills like right as I was looking off yesterday, so I kind of need to figure that out again. Adult. I think I want Harvey. Go down here because I only ever really need to summon Carby once an instance. Ruin. This thing. Okay. We go. Ruin Aether Charge. Turn Aether Charge into Ruby. Summoning Ruby. And then F off over here. And then Fester. I need to figure out how I want to set up hot bars. As of right now, I'm not healing so much anymore. Are you gonna try to get back into streaming consistently again? I am not so sure. I mean, was I ever really consistent to begin with a year and a half ago? I think I only ever streamed this game. I'm not sure. Technically, time-wise, I do have the time to be able to stream relatively consistently after work every day and on weekends if I'm not already planning anything. I am a lot more free in my schedule because I recently got promoted to kind of like a leadership role in my team, so I'm no longer teaching. Technically I'm still an English teacher by like job definition title, but I am the coordinating team leader for our team of native instructors. So I don't really have as much work as I did before. So I do have the ability and the time to put into streaming if I wanted to, but I also don't really know if it's quite worth it for me to consistently stream. Like if I'm only turning on stream just for fun and just to casually play games, that's no problem, right? If I ever wanted to actually get into streaming, I wouldn't be able to do it here on Twitch, especially with living in Korea. And the whole Twitch drawing out of Twitch drawing out of Korean services for streamers. Yeah, it was that long ago. The last time I was subscribed to this game and when I stopped streaming was in November, right? Actually, it was probably months before then because I was still subbed to Final Fantasy XIV for several months after I stopped streaming it, even though I was having issues with logging into my account at the time. Ether charge 4, right? We're just gonna practice a little bit. Ruby. And then green. Energy. Ah. Okay. My skills are reversed here. And then you know what? Twitch won't be in Korea. Twitch already pulled out of Korea. So they pulled out of Korea like officially. I can't remember, but it was earlier this year. I can't remember. Like honestly, all the dates are all like jumbled up in my head. Because it kept on changing consistently. I need to walk away from here so that this battle music can stop. Yeah, so not like it's going out of Korea completely, right? So what I meant by Twitch pulling out is they don't offer any sort of support or services for people who stream from Korea. So anyone who is from Korea and streaming in Korea is not making any money. They're not allowed to monetize. We cannot services are not offered to like save our VODs and stuff. So yesterday when I was streaming, I forgot about the whole thing and that, you know, that VODs weren't offered as part of our what do you call it? um, just as part of Twitch services. So my VOD from yesterday actually didn't save, and that kind of sucked because had I known, I would have just recorded and then uploaded it elsewhere or saved it or something. But nope, it totally didn't save. I can't access it anywhere. It's not in any of the logs. Why can I not get rid of... I cannot run far enough right now to get this striking dummy off my... Oh, finally. Okay, battle music stopped. I need to turn that down. That was so loud. Music. Some of the music in this game may be great, but like, my gosh, that was blaring in my ears. Oops. Okay, right. Right glad am I to see you safely returned. My lads were all gabbing about hearing what sounded like all seven hells breaking loose near the grotto, and I feared I sent you to your death. If you were in the middle of that commotion, I hope it yielded something of interest. I hate to think you'd risk your life for naught. A blade pulled from the back of a creature you slew at the cave, eh? I'd agree that such a knife would be part of any seafaring man's kit. I'm starting to think that these ruffians are pirates, come to lure my farmhands back to a life of plunder. Chances are they didn't take kindly to your appearance on the doorstep and set a maddened kaboo on you. The pirates have been adding to their numbers of late. I'd best warn the lads and lasses in my employ to be on guard against their schemes. You met someone else at the grotto, a woman with a strange contraption. Ah, Yestola. She's been in Limsa for a good while now. Her studies of the Aether often bring her out to Summerford, so her presence at the grotto is hardly unusual. She's an odd-looking lass, I grant you, but she's not the kind to associate with kidnappers. You may take my word for that. Where trust should be lacking is in those yeomen of mine who have yet to fully relinquish their pirate past. The temptation to return to the free and easy life of a buccaneer may prove too strong to resist. You have my thanks, Latte. If it weren't for the efforts of stalwart adventurers like yourself, this farm would be in a far worse state than it is. Just you keep on lending your talents to those in need, eh? Help bring Limsa the brighter future she deserves. Restore MP or restore 32% of HP. Honestly, we grab ethers. Maybe I lowered the background sound too much. Oh, so the expenses to run Twitch in Korea is high. Yeah, it's a little too high, and I think Korea just charges a lot in general. So they have limited services. quality losses, etc. Yeah. It was also costing Twitch a lot of money, like more so here than anywhere else. So it's even less profitable, even though Twitch is technically not profitable at all, right? For the company at least, right? Is there other streaming platforms that are becoming popular? Is YouTube one? In Korea, so Korea has two platforms that Korean streamers stream on. One of them I know is Africa TV. Africa, it's AFREECA, I believe. Africa TV. And then I can't remember the other one. It's a bunch of like Z's in its name or something. But those are the two most popular for actual Korean streamers. However, like YouTube is definitely a viable option. If you ever do change platforms, of course. I don't think, like, if anything, I don't think I would like switch over completely, because there's just a better base of like players and viewers through Twitch, right? But I think like maybe dual streaming may be an option, just like broadcasting to both here and onto YouTube at the same time. I'll definitely have to like look into it if I wanted to continue streaming a little bit more though. Someone is up in arms as his hired hands are nowhere to be found. That C-slot Severin and his lot never around when there's work to be done. I'd sooner hire you for the sake of getting things done, but then the rapscallions would never learn. Round them up and let them know that stale worm would like a word, and don't take no for an answer. Okay. Of course I can't jump over that. Work? Huh. Can't work when me hands are full lifting this mug, you know, I'd wager me last kill. You'd never guess what I'm drinking. Swill wine. Well, you're right about the swill part. I reckon it might be worth a day of doing stale worn chores. It'll afford me a taste of proper thought. What the? There's a person out here. Ugh. How am I supposed to work on an empty stomach? Go on and have a guess what I had for breakfast. Breaded sticks. What? God, how'd you know that? It's my breath, ain't it? It probably smells as wooden as the food tasted, but I know why you're here. Huh. I'd just as soon get some real food in me, but I ain't one to reject a summons from the captain. These people are so spread out. Axes were made for splitting skulls, not stumps. You know what I did in my assailant days? Skirmishing. You bet your bosom I did, lass. Aye, those were the days. I reckon now I'll have to be satisfied taking my axe to the trees. Oh, great. Come on, little Walla. Jump, please. I didn't know you can stream on different platforms. Yeah, you can. Specifically if you are not... I mean, not... So it depends on, like, what kind of contract you have with Twitch, if you're allowed to or not, right? If you're not under contract, nothing is stopping you from multi-streaming. So Stairborn sent you, and what do you reckon I say to that? But some people who are partnered or affiliated with Twitch still are allowed to multicast. There's one streamer that I was recently watching that literally multicasts to every streaming platform there is. So I know it's definitely a thing, and they're a full-time streamer, so yeah. Work is for the weekend witness. I've saucier seeds to sow. I've saucier seeds to sow. Damn right. Didn't get where I am taking guff from any glorified gardeners. I suppose I could see what he wants to get off my back. I am Severin. You the old man's errand girl now? Tell my dear old captain not to wet his britches. I'll be along. Oh, and just so we're clear, I don't care for landlubbers. Go find the chocobo you rode in on and ride on out. Oh, they're so pleasant, these people. What is this here that has a lock symbol? What is it? It's not my experience bar. It's not a hot... Oh, it's a hot bar. What? Well, that's only minorly annoying now that I see it. Why do these not have locks? I'm so confused. You continue to impress me, lass. All but Severin are accounted for. It's no fault of yours he squirmed out. I've let that worm wiggle through my fingers more times than I can count. But rest assured, the next time I see him, I'll put him squarely in the dirt, where all worms belong. Okay, turning down background music ended up making the quest sounds too low. Oh yeah, I'm gonna turn performance way down. Okay. Stairworn worries his sack of oranges will not reach the Lithagran checkpoint as planned. Hates me to say, but all the gil in the world can't buy loyalty. There are some like you who can be trusted, but then there are others. Until now, I've had no choice but to rely on the charlatan Severin. Even though I'm full aware he's been doing shady deals behind my back. More than once I've heard tell of improper trading with goblins. I wouldn't be the least surprised if that weren't happening right now. Not a bell ago, a sack of oranges vanished, as did Severin. I want you to find and confront the bastard for me, Latte. I'm sure there's wrongdoing afoot, so be sure to doubt anything that comes out of his mouth. Is this an emo master? Emos. Doubt. Put it on my far over here. Where are we going? All the way back there. I want to learn Dancer. You know, it's funny. I'm really not into any of the DPS classes. Like, I think I would, like, if I wasn't playing healer of some sort, I think I would just play tank. Dancer, it looks nice. It was like the only reason why I would ever like level any DPS classes though is like literally for clan. I don't have the patience to be dealing with long queues, and they're even longer on Dynamis apparently, but I haven't had to queue for anything yet, so I wouldn't know. Bloody hells, I'm up to the strait without a paddle. Doubt. What's this now? Stillborn sent you for the oranges? Huh, so the old bugger had known all this time. Ugh, what does it matter anyways? Listen, you're one of those goody-goody adventurer types, right? Go rescue me mates from those double-dealing goblins. They're just over yonder by the bonfire. Save his henchmen. Oh. Party! I owe you one would have gotten away myself if not for Severn shoving me aside. Cool, let's just all blame each other. If you hadn't come, my dodo would have been cooked. Cooked dodo. Severn the shoe? Huh, the way he flew out of here, I was sure he'd sold us down the river. Dancer looks fun. Yeah, not really my thing. I have no idea how the queues have been. I don't either, honestly. I can only imagine. I mean, like, I never had an issue when I was on Aether and on Adamantoise worlds, right? But this is a relatively new, lower population data center slash server. The wait for a healer or something though. Everyone wants to be. Yeah, we get pretty fast, or like from what I remember, queues usually always popped within seconds, if not minutes, like a minute. Um, Same with tank, like fast Q privileges, because you always need a tank or a healer. But I want to do the major raids. You know, before I stopped playing and before I stopped streaming, like way back when, um, we didn't get into like super, like, I don't think it was an extreme. If anything, I think it was just like hard trial. I mean, like hard raids or something, and that was like my first experience into raiding. But it was just like mount farming, basically, if you even want to call that raiding. The thing is that like any low content raid, I think like it's really hard to find people who want to go in blind. And even if you do have people who are willing to go in blind that already have played it, like it's a drag for them to see sometimes, or like it's really hard for them to hold back comments if you have a team who wants to go into raids blind, which I would prefer to try and figure things out myself than rather have it told to me. But there are some times that like if I've wiped like too many times that it's just like, yeah, please tell me what the mechanic is that I'm just missing. You saved me, mates, and for that I owe you. Suppose I should be ashamed I can clean up my own mess, but a pirate knows no shame. I've no qualms about going back to my world, going back on my word, but I'm only giving you this sack because I like the cut of your jib. Take it to ARR and send in my regards. Oh yeah, I've been a nephew. Yeah, mount farming it's alright. Like, I'm doing it only for the mount, and then like sticking, like it's only nice to just stick to it until everyone has their mount. But it's like a time commitment, right? I would only be able to do that kind of stuff on the weekend when I have potentially more unlimited time. Like I would never sign up to do something like that on a regular weekday when I have work and not knowing how much time I have left to be able to sit there. Wait, what's mount farming? Oh, so there are certain like trials that you can get mounts from, right? And so you go in with like a full party. Let's say like if it's an 8-person party, that means that like there's an order of operation to who should be getting the mount, right? So you basically have to do it. You have to do it successfully like 8 times if there are 8 people, so that everyone there is able to get the mount. Like minimum is 8 times, but that doesn't guarantee that the mount drops every single time that you successfully beat it, right? So you have to go until all 8 people have the mount. I did that with the horses. I remember, like, I don't remember actually doing it, but I checked my mounts when I was on my main character the other day, and I was like, oh yeah, I have all the horses. I clearly did this and was insane enough to do it, but like mount farming is a thing. So I was like, as someone who wants to collect the mounts, like it's something that I would have to definitely suffer through. Is that new? No, yeah, it's the mount farming is definitely not new. Sounds exhausting, and they're not even guaranteed. Yeah, I'm surprised that you didn't get into any trials or like a little bit of like, I guess like raid farming in a sense. What have we here? A delivery from Summerford Farms and as scheduled. Huh. There's a first time for everything. Well, look at that. Not a single one missing either. About the only things not here are those bagmen, and I don't miss them one bit. Here's Stalewern's payment in full. With you, I can trust it'll reach you. Cool. You just played the trial, or you just played the story and tried to progress and do the basic trials? Yeah, I did a lot of like side questing to try and stay within the scope of what was the free trial at the time, but then ended up getting the game earlier than my free trial expiring. So we've been stuck on the paid subscription for so long, which I'm not mad about because like I was into crafting and I kind of needed the extra retainers that I had at the time to hold all my crafting supplies. Crafting is one of the like things that I love about the game. Like, I don't know, there's something very relaxing about it to me. So I want to get into crafting again, but it's not efficient to do it until you're like max level. But I don't know if I can wait that long. Like, I manually leveled up all my crafters. That makes sense. Now another person I watched here and there had mount in their title. Like stream title or like the title that you can have with your character name? I suck at crafting. You know, once you kind of it's for me, crafting was easier to understand than any job role, honestly. Back in one piece, that's a relief. How did you fare, Lexi? We fared well. Here is the monies. Ah, this is what I was aiming for. It looks to be all I was owed, all right. Though I'd be telling you false if I claimed I had not held out more hope for 7. I was even willing to overlook the skimming off the top, but to sell us all short in favor of those godforsaken goblins. Huh. Sorry, I had to check something real quick. I was even right. You do well to mind yourselves around the 2 guild cheat. If he'd leave his own mates for Dad, there's no telling what he'd do to you. Okay. Here. Hi, welcome, noob gamer Peter. You actively avoid crafting. I'll do it one day. It's just not for me. And that's perfectly fine. It's definitely an acquired taste, I guess, in terms of like side jobs. Where am I meant to go? Okay, I can go back to Limsa now. Or not, never mind. I can't go back to Limsa. Next quest is here somewhere. In here? No. Oh my gosh, he's up there. Yeah, no. I don't know. I found crafting relaxing. I don't know why. Like, I manually did everything. I got my own materials or bought my materials and then crafted most everything by hand, no macros or anything. Until well, I wouldn't say I didn't use macros. Like if I was literally just creating multiples of the same item to sell, then or like when I was leveling up. Oh, yeah, the hardest thing is like trying to level up crafting, like where you just consistently craft like one type of thing repeatedly and just sell it or trash it. That was the only time I used a macro. But like if I was individually crafting everything, I did everything by hand. And that was fun. For me at least. I kind of like playing the I like playing the market boards and seeing how much money I can make. Which is weird because I'm not into like investing or anything or stocks or stonks or anything like that in real life. But I'll do it in game. When you get the chance, add me to your friends list. I will. Okay. Yeah, let me just get there reading this and I'll add you. Blast. At this rate, the crops will never be ready for harvest. If only we had black loam. Just a bit could send our stock soaring. I bet Rotweeda knows where you might find some. Perhaps you might pay her a visit in the orchard. Oh yes, leveling up after a while becomes pain. The experience bar is so big. Yeah, I remember. Like, this isn't my first time playing, for those of you that are new here. The last time I played, I got to about, what is it? Dragon Song. So is it 3.5 or 2.5? I got like most of the way through post Dragon Song. And I was like, what was that sound? Oh, someone jumped. But yeah, so I was around like what, level 70-ish, and even then I was like, yeah, it takes a while to level up after that. Crafters and gatherers are hard at that point because there's only like so much you can do to level. Right. Let me add you, Kyo. If I can remember how to even add people. How do I add someone? Hang on, player search. The player search feature found under social in the main menu can be used to easily and instantly locate other logged in player characters. Searches will list up to 200 results, starting with the ones which are physically closest to your own character. Selecting search conditions will open a new window in which you can specify the conditions of your search to produce more accurate results. Options include partial name searches for both first and last names, as well as searching by online status, class, level, location, or languages spoken. Seriously? Press the execute button to initiate your search. If there are any players who meet the conditions specified, they will be displayed in the social window. You can right-click on players' names to view their search info. You can adjust your own search info by selecting the Party Members tab in the Party section of the main menu. Right-clicking your own name and selecting Edit Search Info. To allow your character to be included in searches for multiple classes, first change your online status to looking for party, then select the corresponding icons. If no class is highlighted, then you will only be included in searches for your current class. Huh. Your current class and any selected classes will have a border. This indicates to other players that while you may have other classes at your disposal, these are particular ones you wish to play at. Lovely. Okay. Wait. Oops. Last name. Wait. What? First name. Okay. Last name. Is it gonna... Oops. Wait, this is not gonna work. How did... I literally don't remember how to add somebody. Does anyone know? Am I doing right? Do you have to use the player search? But it didn't let me put in... You know, I read the thing and I still... Like, half of it processed and half of it didn't. Gilgamesh 8. Do we have to be in the same world? to add each other because it's only letting me search within my world. Custom. Yeah, it's only letting me search within my world. Do you want to try and find me? If you can. If not, like, at some other time when we, like, meet up in-game or something, I can just add you quickly that way. Right? Because... yeah. I can... It's easiest if you just click on someone, I remember. Currently on Heavensward myself, and I'm already over level 3 classes. Yeah, I think I remember job classes being like way easier to level. I definitely didn't level too many job classes, I don't think, but because I think I mained tank, paladin specifically, and scholar back then as well. Where am I going? It was definitely through player search. For example, first name is Kazar unless we are using the international way of last name. Yeah, so the thing is that, like, when I open player search, so right now it's on first name, right? And I can type in her first name, but when I move over to last name, it doesn't give me a new box to type it in regardless. It'll just use the same box, and it doesn't let me space, so I can't even type first and last name at the same time. You know, it's complicated right now. My brain is smooth right now, okay? This is a little too much thinking for me right now. It's 10:30. I've done too much thinking. What's this? Oh crap. This is what I get for randomly attacking things. No, it only lets you use one or the other. Yeah, that's a struggle with the search thing right now. The Gurkhan's got a head of cabbage if he thinks I'm thrashing him any. But if you dare to pinch some from the cook pot, then be my guest. Just mind you, don't get trampled upon the rocks that dwell there. Once you've 3 bushels worth, take the black loam to to free wall at Tiller's rest. He'll know what to do. What are we doing? You know, I didn't participate in that at all. That's fine. Cross the bridge. Peter, can I ask how long you've been playing? Like, I know you're in Heavensward, but that doesn't really mean anything if you don't really want to try to progress. I mean, like, I specifically... Oh god. gonna die. You know what? I got this. Oh. Okay, let's just kill this guy and get out of here. Wait, why are they just endless? Jesus. Okay. I survived. Okay, where am I going? Around? Morning, hope your day is going well. Thank you, Thunderbolts. Welcome in. Hope your day is going well as well. My day is actually probably gonna be ending in about an hour and a half. Ah! Okay. Oh gosh. There's too many. Okay, we'll slowly kill them off one by one. Pull from over here. Too far. Nice. That's okay, just started work, so it could be going better. I hope you have a good day at work. Feel free to lurk if you need to. Put me in the background, just noise while you're working. I know how that be. Ah, crap. Get out of here. What would I set my auto run to after? Nothing. It's not what I wanted to do. Not system. Wow. Can't click today. No where's the... I do have more guns. What do I want to bind my auto run to? Keybind auto run. What do I have? Middle mouse is sonar. Z to X. Target vectors. Do I need? You know what? That's what it's gonna be for now. I'll go on. Go. Why is it not working? Oops, no. Wrong thing here. There we go. Used to playing stuff on your own, so you didn't mind when they got occupied with their lives. I mean, a lot of this game, because it's mostly like RPG style in terms of like story content you can do by yourself. I do enjoy playing with like viewers and with friends and stuff. It's definitely a different experience than like playing with complete like strangers and going into dungeons like with complete strangers. Even the weeds wither and die in this desolate dirt. But yeah, I mean, like, I do enjoy also just playing solo a lot of the time, especially when you're doing story. But a bit of this black loam ought to change all that. I haven't seen any in ages. Gathering black loam's not for the weak of will, nor the weak of stomach, eh? Haha. Oh, don't tell me Gurkant and Rotweeda neglected to mention where black loam comes from. Well, surely you figured it out on your own from the cloying stench. It comes from the Aurochs lair, of all places. Well, why dwell on who misled whom about what? What matters is that your efforts have brought us the black loam, and we can expect a bountiful harvest as a result. Thank you. All class. Strength, dexterity, intelligence, and mind? Or... No, I agree. I just don't limit myself so I don't feel like being in a box, for lack of a better word. And that I totally understand. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm not caught up in the story, but I have 2 hours, so I might be able to answer any questions you have. Oh, Thunderbolt. I'm not sure if you were here when I was mentioning it earlier. This isn't my first time playing by any means. This is an alt character. However, even in my main account, I didn't get very far. I only got to about post Dragon Song, and I think it was like 3.5. I can't remember what quest it was. I did check yesterday night after I logged off of this character. But it's been about 1.5 years since I last played Final Fantasy XIV. The reason why I previously stopped is because I had login account issues, and I couldn't even log in, and I was paying sub to keep my house for one. I had a house, me as a Sprout, first time playing one housing ultimate, and got an FC house for me and my friends at the time, and I was paying sub just to keep the house, but eventually, like, not being able to log into the game at all was just was just such a bad like case of, I don't even know what to call it, but it was just terrible. And so I didn't end up, or I ended up stopping and then losing the house in return for that until I fixed my login issues. And found it. Pirates, they know nothing of tillin', only killin', stealing. Or oh no, I accidentally clicked. They're biting the hands and they're biting the hands that feed them, and the mangy mongrels. I'd love to teach those curs a lesson in obedience myself if I hadn't sworn to Stalrin that I wouldn't fight no more. So I need you to bring back our farm tools and make sure those dogs reap what they sow. Not the house. Yeah. It was, I think it was a mid-size house too. It wasn't, I don't think it was small. I can't remember for sure, but yeah, it was in lavender beds too. It was in lavender beds, and it was a nice spot where it was next to an aetherite crystal and the market board. So as someone who, like, I could definitely show you like the plot that it was on, like the location, if I was able to access lavender beds, which I'm not sure if I can or not. But yeah. Okay, I'm only in the beginning to mid Stormblood myself. Oh yeah. I wasn't Stormblood is the third expansion, yeah, so it's the one right after Heavensward, if I remember correctly. Yep. Yeah, I wasn't too far off from that. I definitely don't think I logged in as many hours. Are you kidding me? I came here earlier to kill some of them, and because they were part of my hunt log, and now I have to do it as MSQ. Wow. I could have waited. Impatience breeds problems. Can I? Yeah, I can aggro them from here. Let's not attack the whole camp again. Okay. Done. Easy peasy. Can I ask what class, what job do you guys mean? What is this? Did I accidentally attack a bee cloud? It's invulnerable. It's too far. Cancel. What jobs, or what jobs do you guys main? I'm interested to hear. I wonder what the sea dogs will try and steal when there's no harvest. Eventually I'll get to the next expansion. Yeah. But it doesn't, like, if you're enjoying your time in Heavensward, like, that's your playstyle. I mean, like, I definitely took my time through everything. I was someone who, like, out of OCD-ness, was doing all of the side quests, regardless of what everyone told me not to do. I did all the side quests because OCD-wise, I hate seeing the side quests on my map. Good morning, Buggy. I was doing that too. Yeah, until so many people were like, you don't have to do them, don't do them, blah blah blah, go story. And I'm like, yeah, you know what, like, I'll play my way. Well, of course I'm enjoying it. I'm just slow, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, if you're having a great time, who's to say how you play your game, right? They don't pay your sub. Good to see the tools back and in serviceable condition, which will be more than we can say of Severin when we get our hands on him. The wretch likely had a role in the theft. Dang, Sandra, spit in the truth. Yeah, there's no need to beat around the bush, you know? Spied him meeting the pirates in secret. I did. I couldn't care less if the wastrel won't work. When he consorts with cut purses that take our tools away, he crossed the line. Everyone ought to know what sort of scalawag he's dealing with. Take word to him, would you? You know, I forget, like, as someone who reads the story out loud, how hard some of these words are. Words, names. Oh gosh. Is this a Lala problem that I can't jump over that fence in that particular spot? Probably. They def using Old English at some random lines. Not even like Old English. Like what is it? The guy that runs the Drowning Wench, I forgot his name already. Starts with a B. Like having all of those abbreviated words because of like what pirate accent or whatever accent that he has, like that is so hard to read that I was just reading out the full words even though they were abbreviated. I play Frontline a lot, so I was trying to do MSQ between queues and it would take me a couple of days sometimes to complete the MSQ because Frontlines is the PvP stuff, right? I don't remember if I even unlocked that or if I got into it. But yo, Frontline's glam is something else. Yeah, Old English. Yeah. And pirates making off with their tools. Frowall did well not to take matters into his own hands. Last thing I need is blood on my crops. I'll be damned if Severin thinks he can take us for fools. His treachery won't go unpunished. I think what makes it hard also is that, you know, I haven't been hearing myself. This is bad. This is bad. It's okay. I've survived so far. I haven't died yet, but armory chest control I. I'll never remember this ever. Let's oh, you know, right clicking place an armory chest. That makes things so much easier. Yep. Haven't been putting on my gear. That's okay. You'll be fine till 20 or first dungeon. Yep, I have 3,700. You played 3,700 games in Frontlines? That's crazy. Though I guess if that's what you mained in this, if that's what you mained in this game, that shouldn't be surprising, right? I've probably crafted over 3,700 items. Oh. We had a near close call with me dying in the middle of nowhere. Although, considering we're on, like, Arcanist kind of, like, job quest area as well as, like, beginner main quest. If anyone who's an Arcanist here would have been able to heal me and res me. Oh, wait, no, we don't have res yet. Not ready for you to get back into crafting. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, it's boring content to watch, right? That's why I did a lot of it off stream when I used to do it. I would just log on and just craft. Like, if you had to find me anywhere, I was probably near my retainer bell. How to crash the market. The economy is not ready for you. You know what? I've heard the economy on Dynamis is really bad because it's so new that everyone's just like overpricing everything and it's like terrible, like way worse than any other data center or world. if I got into crafting, I would probably crash the market. Because that's ridiculous. Yeah, I'll undercut people. Like, I've come to expect a great deal from you, lass, and you've never once let me down. Yet what I'd ask of you now goes beyond aught I've asked before. Would you hear my plea all the same? Because everyone set the prices for so high that, like, even if you undercut them by a lot, you still make profit, right? So why not? Like, unless they're botting. Because the people who... Yeah, because the people who are botting are the worst. Because it'll always just undercut you by one gil. It eases my mind to have you here. You're no doubt familiar with that Scrandal Severin by now. Well, the scheming scapegoat is at it again. Since that letter came for him, he's been skulking about in that manner he does when he's up to no good. Now he's rounded up his rogues and buggered off, with nary a word to anyone. I've grown accustomed to his insolence, but something tells me this is different. It ain't exactly damning, but when last I had words with him, he didn't look defiant so much as hunted. I can't help thinking he's gone looking for trouble and found more than he wanted. So I was hoping you might hunt his sorry hide down and drag it back here before it's too late. Will do. Oh, I can't even see my face or anything now with the stupid robe on. The ungrateful little cur bites me every chance he gets, but I can't quite bring myself to cut him loose. I suppose he reminds me a bit of my younger self. Suffice it to say, I'd rather he didn't come to a sticky end. As for how to find him, I'd try asking Grinuda. Yeah, right? I can't with names, and especially this race's name. At the Aether rate, she was the last one to see him. Alright, Sandra, gotta go back to work. Nice chatting with you. Have a great day. Thanks for hanging out, Kyo. Have a nice time finishing up work for the last couple hours. Bye. I dare say she'll be able to tell you where he was headed. Okay, where? This way. Nothing that passes through those gates escapes my notice. I saw the Rouser and his rabble set out for Wold Whisper Canyon not long ago, singing about drinking themselves stupider. Cheeky Sod said I should join them. I told them I'd rather shrivel up than sip whatever it was that had pickled their brains. If you find the idle swine, be sure and give them a cuff round the ear for me, will you? Will do. Thank you. Sure to have a worse day. Enjoy the rest of your day. Yes, enjoy the rest of your day. When will MSQ take me back to Limsa? You know what? We'll wait until I hit level 15 anyways. For job quest, you know? Oh, so much walking. I really need to find a key that I can change my auto run to, besides what I currently have it set to. I don't think Yeah. Current key is not working so well for me. How is it only 11? I feel like after work, like I've been so busy after work. And oh, I guess it's because I got off work early today. I took a couple hours of early leave from work. Where am I going? Always lost. I'm going down. Yes. Of all the dirty, deceitful, downright dastardly deeds that slippery bastards done. Claiming to take the lads out for a drink only to lead us straight into a bloody trap. They don't get no lower than that. Of course, I've learned to stay a step ahead of old Severin, so I was ready, but the others weren't so lucky. You've gotta help them. Okay. Which way? This. My axe may as well have been a white flag for all the good it did. I hope you fare better, or sorry bastards in there are done for. Why do I not remember doing this like last time when I last played? Someone might have got us into this mess, but I ain't about to give his life for us. I'd sooner bow to a fishback than be in that conniving bastard's death. To arms. Duty calls. Commence for battle. Just deserts. Yeah, that's just deserts and not just desserts. Level sync is in effect. If you're above the maximum allowed level, it will be synced as follows. Cool. Already one level over leveled. Yes, I think you can always ride friends' mounts, right? I'm pretty sure. I used to get carted around by a friend when I was in A Realm Reborn and Heavensward. A true knave, you betray even yourself, Severin. Ugh. We were prepared to overlook the matter of your desertion on the condition that you provided us with suitable replacements. That was the agreement. Yet your latest change of heart leaves your debt to us unpaid. Few are they who betray the serpent Reavers twice. You will not do so a third time. Cowering behind your protector will only delay the inevitable. Honorless, Reg, your life is all you have left. And worthless though it be, we shall take it. O mournful voice of creation, grant ye this humble stone a soul, that it may wake to life. I really don't remember any of this. Man, it's been that long. Granted, it's been like a year and a half. Oh, no, I do remember this. I remember... I remember the boss. Okay. Carby. Oh, Carby's out already. Can I aggro it from here? Yes. Man, I had like nowhere to run for that AoE. About to cart you around for a bit. I transfer to your data center. I'm nearby. Oh, thank you. You didn't need to. I'm perfectly fine with walking. That the golem could be vanquished. That woman is no ordinary adventurer. No, I'm not. Definitely not. I was watching you walk and I was in pain. A Rama board do be the longest walking adventure ever. The snake slithered away. Ishtola, you're a little late. I'm only glad he did not have the chance to sink his fangs more deeply into you. He didn't even touch me. Oh no, my head. You get used to it. You do. I'm surprised you're not one of the people that will just watch me suffer. Those pirates do not belong to any of the known movements and factions. Whom do they serve? The Beast Tribe? Surely not. The timing of their appearance coincides all too neatly with the recent surge in Gin and kobold activity. Something is afoot. The question is, what? It's a Hagen, right? If I remember correctly. Could it be that the tribes are planning to summon their primals? Primals. 12 help us if it should prove so. Limsa would be hard-pressed to keep a single primal at bay, let alone two. But all is yet speculation. I must needs find evidence. Sahagin. Okay. The sea continues to rise. While the lesser moon continues to fall. And ilm by ilm, the world becomes ever more unlike itself. It is as Louis Soir foretold. I'm so glad that, like, having the experience of playing this game in the past, at least I know majority of, like, the names, the main names. The coming of chaos has rendered the laws of nature mutable, blurring the boundary between the material and ethereal planes. Little now stands between us and the primals. But they are not here yet. Though time be against us, hope shall ever be on our side. Never did the creed of Charlayan ring more true. Never did I dream that I would possess the means to see Aether, yet now that I do begin to think, to take it for granted. How swiftly do the wonders of Charlayan seem commonplace. The wonders of Charlayan seem commonplace. Here, for you. Have you come for the festivities? Today, the Maelstrom officially makes the Great Hole in the Sea its training ground. Join in the celebrations. Wait, a disturbance in the etheric flow, but whence does it emanate? Seasong Grotto, perhaps? Did she really say perhaps? Like, I'm surprised they didn't say mayhaps. Ow, my head. Nice goggles. Yeah. What have we here? Can you walk? Hey! I was injured. Yestola? 'Tis I, regrettably no. He eluded me. Understood. I will inform the Commodore. You collapse from your exertions. Are you suitably recovered? Severin has appraised me of all that transpired. His account shed some light upon how you came to be attacked by a golem, of all things. A golem is a mindless automaton. Inert save when commanded to be otherwise. Common pirates could not hope to control such a thing, so arcane are its workings. But then these tattooed wretches are no common pirates. They are the minions of the Sahagi. As to their purpose, well, I shall get to the bottom of it. But first I must escort Severin back to his place of employment. I dare say Severin will be wondering what has become of him. And you too, for that matter. I will bear word to him of your preservation. But I am certain he would like to thank you in person. Pray pay the man a visit. He told me of you. But perchance he did not tell you of me. My name is Yestola. I am a naturalist of sorts, surveying the aether in the hope that it might offer up some clue as to our predicament. I'd say I owed you my life, but that don't cover it. If it weren't for you, my friends would be dead and all. This is a debt I can never repay, but I'll not make things worse by running away. Take me to Summerford Farms, and I'll face the consequences. For reasons I cannot fathom, you seem... Forgive me. Mayhap we shall have a chance to speak again when I have marshaled my thoughts. Until our paths next cross. Farewell. Is this you? Is this you, Thunderbolt? Yep. Hi. Ooh. Hang on. I think... First off, let me send you a friend request. But also, I think we need to be in the same party for me to be able to ride your mount. Yeah. Ah. Where are we going? Back to the... Yeah, back to the Aetherite crystal, please. Party up, think and ride in. Yep. You have formed a party with another player. Parties make it possible to tackle challenges that would be impossible to overcome alone, such as defeating powerful enemies or exploring perilous dungeons. The party chat mode can be used to communicate solely with the other members of your party. You can change your chat mode at any time via the speech bubble icon located below the chat box. Okay, well, in a party, how do I dismount? How do I dismount? I forgot how to... Am I blind? Aha. Well, in a party, a list of your party's members is displayed on the left side of the screen. This can be used to quickly identify each member's current condition. You can also track your party members by clicking on their name on the list. This is especially helpful when there are many objects in the screen and it is difficult or time-consuming to track a member by ordinary means. Your party will sometimes be awarded boosts to various attributes based on class and job combinations. If your party is receiving one of these bonuses, it will be indicated by a party bonus icon located above your party list. The bonus is nullified if you leave your party for another area. I'm only processing half of the things that I read. Remember your party members are all the in-game embodiment of real living people, and chances are you will see them again online. Karma is alive and well in Eorzea. Treat people well, and your life in Eorzea will be a pleasant one. Treat them poorly, and it will come back to you. Lo, I knew you returned. Your stola delivered Severin a bit ago. Tales of your heroic deeds precede you. The rest come shuffling back too. The lot of them sporting the same haunted expression. It's me who's to blame for that. That and the rest. I was once a serpent reaper. Thrall to the Sahagin. Seven Hells. Reavers may look and sound and act like pirates, but they're not. But the fishbacks flunkies. Us parents ain't much for laws, but there's things we won't do. We've got a code, see, but the Reavers never followed a word of it. A few years back, they started snatching law-abiding Lominsons. I'd only just taken my oath when our captain bent the knee to his new Sahagin masters. I knew I had to get away. So I crept off one night, got myself a new name, and found myself a new home, Summerfold Farms. Trouble is, secrets don't stay secret for long round here, and word soon spread, all the way back to the sea. The penalty for desertion is death, but the Reavers offered me a way out instead, my freedom in exchange for my mates. The letter. I don't know what I was thinking. I wasn't bloody thinking. Too busy soiling myself. Aye, but you got there in the end, didn't you? When the time came, you made the right decision. The men say little to me, but I hear talk of how you stood up to the Reavers at the last. Of how you tried to give your life to save theirs. Be that as it may, no deed, however good, can atone for the crime of betraying your brethren. I know that. I do. That's why I'm going to hand myself over to the Yellow Jackets. I'll bring shame to the farm no more. You'll hear no arguments from me. Each man must sail according to his own moral compass. I just hope yours guides you back here someday. There will always be a place for you here at Summerfold Farms, lad. And I'll always be in your debt, Stalorn. I owe you a debt too, Daleki. Not once have you let me down. Thank you for saving the men of my farm. If I could ask one more favor of you, it'd be this. Tell Baderon what happened. Baderon, that was the guy's name. What's happened from start to finish. I'm certain he'd put in a good word for Severin if he knew the whole story. And he's one of the few people I know who the Yellow Jackets will listen to. Well, I reckon I've asked all I can possibly ask of you. Safe travels, lass. Okay, I can teleport back to Limsa Lominsa. You can follow me if you want, or you can stay out here. Thank you for the ride, though. Probably will need it again in a bit. Oh, you're a white mage. The chauffeur's life free. Wow, this is the first time I've heard other music being played at Limsa here. On this server, at least. Oh gosh, wait, what is all... First things first. Job quest. Turn that. Come on, why can I not click it? Oh dang, I'm not level 15 yet. NA players are waking up. Oh yeah, I forget. Why is this... Do you guys... Or Bookie, do you know... Is the Dynamis data center not on West Coast? Like, what is wrong with this time? Server time. That's not the server time at all. If it's West Coast, that's not West Coast time. Servers are from local time. No, I know. Server time should be where the data center is located, no? Like, shouldn't it be West Coast for all of the NA data centers? My local time is here, and this is AOR's time. Tharky, have you returned with the cargo? Server time is not necessarily any time. Okay. Odd. Yes, everything seems to be in order. Relatively clear of blood and other gore. That can be something of a problem in our profession, you understand. I also had word from Kalia. Yeah, Kalia, regarding your performance. She seemed eager to continue your training. An odd lass, I'll admit. The guild can boast no finer mind for tactics. You would do well to heed the instruction she offers, particularly that which touches on the diligent approach to our art. Did you perhaps notice the battered tome Kalia carries? That initiate's grimoire has served her from the day she entered the guild. She has her reasons, but it's admittedly strange to see it kept all the way to her present position as foreseer. Yeah, so she's undergeared. I fear such an intense focus on arcane art. Oh, I can't say this word ever. Arcane has led her to overlook other important aspects of life. As our master strategist guides your arcanist training, I hope that you might return the favor and help to broaden her own perspective somewhat. But enough of such matters for the moment. You have done well this day, Thargi. Continue your practice with Carbuncle, as Kalia has bid. I will be here when the time comes for your next lesson. What do I want? This is all below me. Hempen hat. I'm probably taking the hat then. Did I not get this ring? Yeah, I have the ring already. The hat it is. Anyway, I'm off. Gotta be semi-responsible, so hope you enjoy yourself and get some rest yourself, me. Bye, Peter. It was nice of you to stop by and hang out for a little bit. Hope you have a nice day. Oh, I can already grab mine. Acting Guildmaster Thuberjame wishes to assess the improvement of your Arcanum skills. Yes, Tharky, the time for your next lesson is upon us. You are keeping well, I trust, taking the occasional brisk walk. One cannot form sound thoughts if one fails to maintain a sound body. Now, assuming you have been following Kalia's instructions, you should be ready to face the more dangerous threats found in Western Lanusia. I speak of roselings and wild jackals, and yes, I would have you vanquish 3 of each. It is the perfect sample size. The first acts as a preliminary test case, the second tests your hypotheses. The third to perfect the tactics you've devised. Speaking of which, I trust your strategy will consist of more than simply flinging ruin over and over again. Oh boy, you don't even know. You are not the novice you once were, and your skills in the field ought reflect that. If you find yourself wanting for other approaches, consider an assault with ruin in tandem with attacks from your carbuncle. When timed appropriately, you can deal a crippling blow to your opponent. I already know this. I've already partially mastered it. Okay, where are we going for main quest? Upper deck. Closest safe is here. Can I talk to this guy yet? Does he give me anything besides words? I thought he had a quest. Did I read that wrong at the very beginning? Bloody elves. Life on the farm ain't quite how I pictured it. But you needn't worry yourself over young Severin. The Yellow Jackets as hands out the punishment is a good mate of mine. Who hands out the punishments is a good mate of mine. If I ask him nice, I reckon he'd be willing to commute the lad's sentence from hanging to heel hauling. Kindly gent that he is. I'm only jesting with you. I'll see he's treated fair. And now it sounds to me like you've done everything old Stairwin asked of you and more, justifying me generous finder's fee in the process. Much obliged, lass. As for a reward, well, she's a lonely lady in this drowning wench of mine. How'd you fancy keeping her company for a spell, with free room and board? Venturing's a trying business after all. Them as don't rest their bones every now and again tend to end up with broken ones. And take it from me, fighting ain't nearly so much fun when you're nursing a shattered arm. Got that? Good. There will always be a free bed for you, so make sure to make use of it. Not that you'll have much time for lying around. But with all the leaves you'll be doing. Oh, didn't I mention? I'm putting your name down for leaves. Thanks. No consent whatsoever. Guild draws all manner of clients, offering all manner of odd jobs. Honestly, you'd be amazed how much folk pay to avoid doing an honest day's labor. Just give to Mokri a shout whenever you feel like making a few extra gil. She'll always have some task or other for you to do. Guild leaves now available. Oh, and it's all above board. Because in case you're wondering, we're careful to stay on the Admiral's right side in here. Unlike some pirates I could mention. If it turns out they had aught to do with them kidnappings, there'll be 7 hells to pay, a proper bleeding reckoning. Perhaps that's what Limsa needs, though. On rough seas, sometimes you have to rock the boat to right it. But we'll have time for such talk when you're well and rested. Till then, enjoy the wench's hospitality. Quest complete. Yay! You now have access to recommendations. The feature displays a list of quests or duties currently available in your area. The recommendations list can be opened from under duty in the main menu and will also be displayed automatically when you log in. If you find yourself unsure of what to do next, this tool makes it simple to locate activities suitable for your present class and level. Oh, Bookie, I had a question. We were trying to figure it out earlier when Kyo was here. Like, she wanted me to add her, and she's on a different world, right? Different data center, different worlds altogether, and am I not able to player search for her? Because I tried and nothing shows up. There are some actions which, and like you can see location wise, it's only my world. There are some actions which only can be learned by completing specific quests. For example, the ranged lancer weapon piercing talent is acquired by completing the lancer skill quest. Okay. Can only players search when they are currently on the same server. Okay, that's what we ended up figuring out, but I wasn't 100% sure, so. Battle on the proper tier of the drowning wench has a suggestion to put you on the road towards the negotiations. How do you fare, Thariki? Rested and ready to expand your horizons? Well, then I have an idea of where you might try heading next. Have you heard of the Skylift out in Middle Lenosia? If you've ever visited Woad Whisper Canyon, then you must have been up and down the thing at least once. It's that big bleeding scaffolding attached to the descent. You've likely seen the lads and lasses out there using it to haul cargo up the cliff face. Hard labor that, and I here could use an enterprising soul to pick up the odd jobs, what no other bugger has time to deal with. Track down the head of the operation, bloke by the name of Wycrit, and then he'll be sure to put you to work on a task or two. Who's sweeping? Oh, it's a minion. Speaking of, oh yeah, I do have a minion. Minion can follow me and Cardi. Give me just a second. I need to check on something real quick. Okay. Do I want to grab the leave quest? Guess so. Tomoki is responsible for assigning guild leaves at the Drowning Branch and is offering to give you an introduction to the world quest. Greetings, Stargate veteran has been most effusive in his praise of your accomplishments. Have you considered putting your abilities to use for the Adventurer's Guild by taking a guild leave or two? Guild leaves are the means by which we document requests for assistance from the citizenry, prior to assigning them to adventurers possessed of the necessary skills. From battlecraft leaves that require the extermination of monsters to trade leaves that ask for the creation of goods, the tasks we term leave quests are many and varied in their nature. Should your interest be piqued, I suggest you make your way to Swift Perch and speak with Swig's Skiff. Yeah. You'll be happy to set your feet on the path to completing your first leave quest. Okay. Out here. Western Lucia. And then... okay, Middle Lucia first for main. And then head up to Western. Got it. This first, because it's closest. Okay, I have about 30 minutes before I have to head out and go to bed. Because I have work tomorrow. Upper or lower? We want to go here. Wait, before we do that, we should just okay, I'm already equipped with the highest gear I can get. Run, run, run. Okay, ignore. Or not ignore. Levels. Jesus, how many did I aggro? Oops. Why? Okay. I missed it. Wait, why can't I get on? Am I too short? Where are we going? Up here, please. Northwest-ish. How far are you planning on taking this out? Oh, you know, I don't know. I want to say I want to take it up to where I left off, which is post Dragon Song, so that I remember everything that happened, as well as kind of like remember all that I did. How do I dismount? I don't remember. Z. Oh, okay. I literally don't remember what any of my buttons do. 3.3 Heavensward is a while. Oh, alrighty. Yeah, it's a while. At least this time I'm not doing all the side quests, right, Boogie? At least I'll get there faster. Maybe. Shadowrun sent you out here, did he? Then consider yourself welcome at the Skylift. Look at that bloody cliff, will you? One blast of fiery hell from that huge dragon was all it took to split the ground in half. Cargo still needs to get through, though, so this mess of wooden pulleys was our solution to the problem. Well, one of them at least. If the gods were kind, and they ain't, I'd have about a dozen more workers to handle my growing list of headaches. Always gear. Work. Worker hit. Worker hit. You know what? I can't with the names. Worker hit. The Skylift operator needs you to recover a cargo load abandoned by the terrified wagon driver and deliver it to its intended recipient. It's glad I am to see you again, lass. A wagon driver just returned in a great bloody hurry, screaming about some monstrosity that sprang out from a million corn seedling in his cargo. Seems the gutless bastard tossed it over the side afore turning tail and running for his life. I need you to head down the road, recover that seedling, and deliver it to Loof over at Swift Perch in western Lanusia. Whatever he pays you for the cargo is yours to keep. After all, I don't rightly know what else is lurking inside that plant. And you deserve to be rewarded for your troubles. Oh, and you'll also find an aetheryte and swifter, so the journey should be worth your while. Fair, I suppose. As long as you don't get distracted by crafting or do play how you want. I'll do any crafting that I do off stream, like I always did. There has. Okay, we're going to north towards Western Lanusia. Oh wait, some of my quests. Something aggroed onto me. Getting sidetracked. My megalo crabs. Ah, map. Nice. What? Jackal. Oh wait, we're not needed anymore. Wait, I actually... Never mind. Wrong way. Oh. Whoa, my sound just went out for a little bit. We may as well just kind of level up while we're at it. Okay. And to Western Lenosia we go. I should probably grab the aetherite before. Wait, why can't I? Why? Wait, one more roseling. And okay, grab the aetherite first, and then deal with everything else that comes. Oh wait, lightning sprite. Are there any more lightning sprites? Yes, over there. Cookie! Wait, what are you giving me? Foil eggs. Oh no. What is this? Alright, alright, alright. Seafood. Thank you, Pookie. Hang on. This is so cute! But it's not winter, it's the middle of summer, and it's stinking hot here in Korea, Boogie. Eggs for leveling. Okay. I'll be sure to eat. You know what? Just so that I remember, we'll even put them on a hot bar. How about that? What is the seafood for, though? Okay. Is it just food? Suitable for printing on medium canvases. Is this food? It sells for 8. Yeah, seafood. Because it's alright, alright. Okay, wait, did I finish attuning? Yes, I did. And you know what? Because we don't have 3 favored locations yet, and that's that. Oh my god, what is that mount? That's so cute. Did I just never notice how much your character looks like your PNG tuber? You never played with my main. Oh, okay. I was about to say, I was like, I don't remember that being... Okay, hang on. I need to... We played before DC travel was a thing. That's right. Man, that was so long ago. I need to get this lightning sprite for the hunter's log before I forget. And then I need another one. Oh my gosh. I literally just can't believe that it's been like that long. And that we never... Actually, now that I think about it... No, I played with Ollie's main though, right? Yeah, for real. I know, it's been so long. But even then, like, even when I dropped by your stream, I don't think I really registered that your character in-game looks like your PNG tuber. Yeah, Ollie is an Aether player. Wait, what data center are you on again? You know, what if I get attached to my alt and she becomes my main? Remains on Crystal. Greetings, last. My name's Swags, and I'm in charge of assigning local leave quests here at Swiftperch. Tomokri sent you my way, did she? Well then, let's get you started. Right after we see if you've got the brass to overcome the challenges you're likely to encounter around these parts. Take a look over the tasks outlined in this guild leave. You reckon you can handle it? Speaking with a local distributor of guild leaves known as Leafmates will bring up a list of available leaf quests. Highlight a quest to display its objectives and select a step to add the quest to your journal. Leave allowances are required to accept leaf quests. You will be granted 3 leave allowances every 12 hours Earth time, up to a maximum of 100. You may accept as many as 16 leave quests at once. Dang, that's a lot. Okay, we just did megalocrabs. Megalocrabs are eating all the fish in my hole, and Wawalago has the nerve to chide me over not meeting my daily quota. Well, I'll show him. I'll use the money he hides behind the giant stuffed Ugrim salmon hanging in his office and hire an adventurer to slay all the crabs for me. Whoever accepts this task must be forewarned. The megalocrabs will run for help when injured. Be properly prepared to make chase. That's what I'm saying. I mean, you just lose the kill. I'm sorry, what were we talking about? Good to hear. Now, megalocrabs, they like to run off to their mates when they're feeling overmatched. If you don't want to find yourself armpits deep in snippers, then you'd best finish them quickly. Open your journal under duty in the main menu and begin the selected leave quest by pressing initiate button. When a megalocrab feels overmatched, it will flee the battle. If it reaches a certain distance, then another megalocrab will appear. The leave quest objective can be more easily achieved by slaying the fleeing creature before it is joined by more of its kind. Too much reading. To initiate a leave quest, first open your journal via the duty section of your main menu or by pressing J on your keyboard. Next, select the leave quest to bring up a detailed description of its objectives and its rewards. Clicking on the map button will show you the approximate location of the leave quest objectives. Though you can initiate a leave quest at any time while in the corresponding area, it is recommended that you wait until you are close to the objectives before doing so. This will increase your chance of becoming eligible for completion bonuses. Okay. Once you've arrived, open the journal, select the lead quest, and click initiate button to begin your duty. Okay. This character becoming the main. Oh, after you get hit. Yeah, I didn't have much skill on there, I don't think. Well, like, I'm not entirely sure. I didn't have a lot on my character. I did have 2 retainers full of stuff, and I don't know if I stuck gil on them or not. Has Nemia herself forsaken this desolate land? Though I understood there were risks in gambling my entire fortune on a crop of million corn, I at least expected the seedling to be delivered before disaster struck. Here's your seed. Is that my million corn seedling? Oh, joyous day. It may seem paltry beginning, but the yield of this particular variety of crop plant is nothing short of astonishing. As you have undoubtedly noticed, Swiftperch lacks a certain, shall we say, vital energy. Thus, I mean to restore a modicum of hope to its residents by growing a veritable ocean corn. You, madam, seem fit to burst with vim and vigor. Might I persuade you to abide a while and help nurture this ailing settlement? Sure. When gear be not as good as what I have on. Should I just take the bronze pieces and sell for gil? Or take gear that's under level? Alec and bronze pieces. Yeah. I can't even sell. I mean, I can access market boards to sell stuff, right? 280 versus 100, but that's 200. 280. Take the gear and sell. Even after all that's crafting. All that crafting, that's surprising. I think, what did I spend my money on? No, it's because I bought the house. Remember, the house put me out of money. Sprout that was very brand new, one housing ultimate, and that's where my money went. It shouldn't have been all. It wasn't all my guild. I mean, I made money back, but I think like shortly after I got my house, though, I would say like it wasn't even a month or 2, and then that's when I had issues, right, with logging in, and then had to slowly give it up. Wait, I bought the house. I also bought an apartment. I don't know what I spent my money on. It's been so long. I must have stuck gil on my retainers, no? Like, I wonder if I was, you know, now that I think about it, I wish I would have been able to, like, pull all my stuff off the retainers so that I didn't just have them, but whatever. Probably made a lot. Did I make a lot? Like, for, I guess, like, for a beginner, I made quite a bit, right? Because I got millions by then, but I'm pretty sure like when I logged into my main to oh, you know, okay, now that I'm thinking about it a little bit more, I don't think that I'd ever stop playing my main because of the recent rewards that I got. So I did the Gongcha promotion and got the mount from that, and I put it on my main character. If you switch this character, we can just mull stuff over to this one. Not my promotional mounts. I can't, right? They're only able to be put on one character. I have to go back to my main at some point. Yeah, they're character specific. So that character also has more mounts, right? Because I did a little bit of mount farming and I got the horses and everything. So it does have quite a bit of work put into it. And I think for at that time, I was max level in crafters at the very least. For where I was in the story. I was around level 70. I couldn't get to the Kongsha promotion because there was none near me, people said. Okay, so here's the thing. So I live in Korea, right? And what I forgot is that Korea's Final Fantasy XIV is also region locked because of the laws that they have about people who play games here. In order to stop underage kids from playing too late and spending too much money, accounts are locked. Like, money spending is locked behind your technical like social security number or your ID number here in Korea, right? So you have to like register as a adult for one, and then that makes it so that like a lot of games are locked behind or region locked in Korea. So what I forgot is that region lock was a thing, and so I went and did the Gongcha promotion here in Korea, bought my drinks, got my code, and then went to register the code and then realized that it was region locked because the amount of characters didn't match up in the code that I was given. And so what I ended up doing was just going on to eBay and buying one. So I spent extra money. Like what would have been a $15 technical mount ended up costing me 25 because I had to go on eBay and buy the code from someone in Canada so that I could get the correct one because the stupid region law. So stupid. Wait, didn't think about. Okay, I wonder if they still have any. There was one that I found for $10. 10 Canadian dollars, whatever that is in like equation to US dollars these days if you're from the US. That was the cheapest one, and that's cheaper than buying 3 drinks at Gongcha anyways. So yeah, definitely check that out. And they're legit. Well, I got my mount, so you there, adventurer, cast your eyes towards the brewer's beacon. Does the light not seem uncommonly weak? It cannot possibly be bright enough to guide the ship sailing in the bay. I would march over to the lighthouse, investigate myself, but I am duty-bound to remain at my post. I would consider it a favor if you could make a visit to the brewer's beacon and see if aught has befallen Conswis, the lighthouse keeper. Yeah, I just didn't bother doing the permit. I like boba drinks, but not enough to buy 3 of them. See, I thought about doing it on a day where I could just like maybe buy a couple of drinks or buy a few drinks and then give like 2 away to coworkers or something. But then I was like, oh, if I don't get the boba and if I get like less ice in it, I can just keep it in my fridge for a day or 2 and I'll eventually just drink it anyways, right? And I can also just get a coffee. I could just get a coffee from Gongcha and just have coffee because coffee is something I drink every day anyways, right? So wasn't really out of my way. I would have done it, but my wife and I like boba. Or I would have done it, my wife and I like boba. Yeah. I was like, that's the thing that I thought about too. Is like, yo, like in Korea, Gongcha is like, there's one in every like neighborhood basically, or multiple in every neighborhood, depending on like how big a neighborhood can be, right? So Gongcha is like in abundance here. It's just the fact that there's not as many Final Fantasy 14 players, as far as I know. There just isn't one in Central US. Yeah, and that's the thing. I was like thinking about it, and I was like, oh, like maybe I'll just have, like, I have family in the States, right? I'm from the States. But I was even thinking, it's like, oh, like I'll just have, you know, like my brother go and get drinks or something to get me a code or something like that. And I was like, wait, no, there's no Kongsha as far as I know in Oregon, unless there was one in the 6 years that I've been in Korea. But even when I went to visit, I don't think I remember there being one in Oregon, at least. Anyways, it is past 12, and I am due to go to bed because I have work tomorrow and I have to get up at 8. So yeah, past my bedtime. So I think that I'm gonna call it here for today. I am getting off work early tomorrow. I plan to take a half day. And if I'm not lacking sleep, I may just start stream right when I get back home from work. Oh, I hate. So thank you all so much for hanging out today and stopping by. Thunderbolt, thank you so much for carting me around for a little bit. It wasn't very long, only for like 2 3 quests, but thank you so much for helping out. Feel free to stop by again if you have the time, or if you happen to be awake when I'm awake again. Drop a follow if you want. Oh, thank you. You did follow. Why did I just miss my alert, or did it not go off? Was I too distracted? I don't even know if you guys didn't go off. It didn't go off. Okay, I will try to fix that. But thank you so much for the follow. Hope to see you again sometime in game or even in stream. Boogie, thanks for stopping by. Oh my gosh. Yeah, but bye. What's the button to hide my UI again? Night night. You usually play an Aether, so my main character is an Aether. You forgot. Oh gosh, I forget that you're a controller player. Oh, Boogie, speaking of which, I actually honestly thought about trying to play on controller, but I have an MMO mouse that I've been using for work things, like just shortcuts and stuff, but I got a new mouse for work. So I brought my MMO mouse back home, and now I'm just playing on an MMO mouse. Honestly, I don't know how I did it without an MMO mouse the other time around. Maybe that's why I was just epically failing at everything. That'll be my excuse. Just keep using the MMO mouse. I see, so that's the other reason why I decided to start over, right? Is because one, I didn't remember what any of my buttons do, and I was like, oh, maybe it's just best to start from the beginning and like learn skills a little bit at a time. And then I was like, oh, I probably need to train my muscle memory in using the MMO mouse or using controller. But the reason why I decided to stick with the MMO mouse is because switching everything over to controller, like accessing menus and stuff, was just horrid. Because I wanted to like use the controller just for like gameplay and then use my mouse and keyboard for everything else, but it kind of like swapped everything up. Yeah, fair. I go to sleep. Yeah, I do. You know, even if I don't get my full 8 hours, it's fine. Hide UI looks like scroll lock key. I can't do that because huh. I'll have to I'll have to rebind it. Anyways, thank you so much for sticking around. I will be back tomorrow. It's good night for me, but good day to you guys. Bye bye. I'll see you again sometime soon.